Good morning, Cochise County. This is Bruce Wetton with the Herald Review Media. It's hard to believe that we are a month away, less than a month away from the 4th of July. And one of the main attractions of the 4th of July is the coaster races. And we are here live at Warren's Cutoff today. They are actually having the first of 3 trials for the coaster races. And here's one of the coasters getting ready to go down the Warren Cutoff to test out his coaster today. We will be talking with some of the race officials here shortly. But the races are scheduled for Saturday or for 4th of July, and they're going to be back in Bisbee this year, whereas last year they were held in the same route. So and he's off and going, and this is the one of several that's going to be. How long is this trek down that they're going to go on? A little less than a mile, he said. So we'll be talking with some of the drivers here in just a second. So over here in the red we have Mike Donahue, and Mike, come talk with me real quick if you would, please. First of all, thank you for allowing us to record you. Talk about the coaster races. What's this like to be a part of this event?
Well, it's a long-standing tradition in Bisbee, over 100 years. We've been part of it, my family, my kids and I, for the last 25 years. All of my kids have done raced and gone through this, and now I have grandkids doing it. So it's a really big tradition for us in the family.
It's amazing to see all these coasters here. Look at this unique one here. We have one here on the blocks that is being inspected right now. So any idea about how many coasters we're going to have this year, Mike?
So far today we've had 12, I believe.
Really?
So, and I know there's more coming for the other time trials and the race itself. So we'll be up there hoping to be about 18 coasters.
How different was it last year to have the course run on this course that you're on now compared to Old Bisbee, and now you're going back to Old Bisbee?
In the words of my grandson, this was boring. He's raced in the canyon and he's raced here, so it was boring for him.
You can actually get some pretty good speeds coming down those hills. We were there 2 years ago when they were coming down. So how fast can these coasters go?
I hate to scare people, but my grandson's had a speedometer in his coaster around the canyon, and he's reached the top speed of 53 miles.
Okay, we were anticipating 47, so that's about right. So talk to me about the dynamics. Can we walk over here and can you walk with me about some of these coasters and give me some dynamics and specifications?
Well, the rules are set. We have a rule.
Here's another one of the coasters, by the way, that we're talking about.
Which happens to be one of the faster coasters on the track.
Okay.
And there's a set rules, there's set measurements and stuff like that. The junior division is from 9 to 12.
Why don't you step over here just a little bit more so we get out of the background. There we go.
The division is from 9 years old to 12.
Okay.
The max weight is 300 pounds coaster and child. And then you go to the senior division from 13 to 16, and the max weight is 350 pounds. For max coaster and child.
If you need to get that, go ahead. Don't let us.
I just need to listen to what's going on. Get the coaster on the road.
So, and these coasters are all sizes, shapes, and colors.
They are all sizes, shapes, because we have some new coasters. We have some old coasters running in the division. The one clear one that went down a little while ago actually ran in the men's division back in the 70s, and it's still out here running.
Wow.
And there's a lot of different coasters.
Family tradition, basically, a lot then too.
Yeah, we have a coaster that we run. It is very near and dear to us. It belonged to Mike Bednors. Mike Bednors is a longtime person that raced as an adult. And we still run his coaster. Unfortunately, we've lost him this year, and he's not around. But shout out to Mike Bednors up there. He's watching, and he's always here. He always like to be part of this, and we're going to run our coaster in his name this year.
So the races are going to run the 4th of July, starting at 8 a.m. sharp, I've been told, in Old Bisbee.
I am the starting line guy, so I will let the first coaster go at 8 a.m.
Okay. And we've been there in the past, and it's congested. You have areas blocked off for the spectators along the side of the sidewalk, but I suggest you get there early, because you're going to have to hike in a ways to Bisbee.
Yes, you can park down in the bottom of Bisbee. Once you get to the post office, everything's blocked off. And there's a lot of space there, but people get there early, and there's a lot of people there. There's been a lot of people coming to these races all the time.
There's some last minute race checks going on. Keep talking, Mike. Sorry.
That's okay. We're just getting the kid buckled in. One of our strict rules is if you're in a coaster, you're in seatbelts and helmets. And it's all for safety of the kids. We want them to have fun, but we all want them to be safe.
Well, safety is first and foremost, Mike.
Unfortunately, we've had some incidents in the past, but the lucky thing is all the kids have ever been good. The coasters get banged up, but the kids are always good because we found them safe.
This is so fascinating. I covered this thing for the first time 2 years ago, and I was just so blown away. It's like I could not wait to come back. We didn't have this when I was a
We're
kid.
glad to have you.
So,
They did it. I wasn't. I'm gonna get this guy down here.
thank you, Mike. We'll follow you down. And then we're going to find Miss Bridget, if I can get her over here. We'll talk with her in just a minute.
Follow him, hit your
Let's
brake.
go push.
Let it go. Don't hit him yet. Got it? When he says hit the brakes.
There you go.
Go ahead. Jacob, let this baby go. This is our number one coaster. Let it go, Jacob.
First time meeting. No, okay.
Put your glass down. Won't you?
Just checking. The course is clear. The course is clear.
Okay, we're going to, forgive me if I jostle a little bit, folks.
Hey, guys, he's going to do good. He's going to the number one coaster, guys. Barbie, you copy?
This is quite the setup here they have for the inspection tent, the coasters. And I guess it's going to go today till about 11, but we're going to break away here in about an hour for Best of Preps. And then they're going to race again on the 21st, back on this same course. And then they're going to actually have an actual time trial on July 1st on the actual course itself before racing on July 4th. So we'll be having a complete full story in the Herald Review in the coming days with pictures. We invite you to check it out. And then, of course, you'll still have access to this video online. Okay, this coaster's about ready to go. And he is off and going.
Don't touch a pedal.
Let's go, Jacob.
Very end. Jacob, you feel the difference.
Okay, now here's another coaster that's on the table.
That's the number one coaster.
So, all right. This is one of the inside guts of the coaster. What's going on here, ma'am? As far as you doing some adjustments?
He's checking it to make sure it's clear to run.
I know.
We check the brakes. We check the steering.
It's a girl,
We
right?
check the tire pressure.
A girl,
We check the seat belts.
How long have you been doing this, sir?
Go down now.
Too long.
To tell you the truth, I was born on the coaster race day. And in 1976, the coaster race was on July 5th.
Uh-huh.
Because St. Patrick's Church didn't allow the city to shut it down. So they ran on a Monday. That year.
So how fun is it to be a part of this event?
It's nerve-wracking.
I'm
It's
sure.
a lot of fun.
It's great for the kids, I'll tell you what. It's what it's about.
And what's your name, sir?
Mike Rhodes.
Mike Rhodes?
Rhodes, yes sir.
R-H-O.
DES.
All right. Real good. You are, ma'am?
Betty Simmons, S-Y-M-O-N-S.
All right. Well, thank you for what you're doing. This is, like I was telling Mike Donahue, this is my third time being here. And I'm so fascinated by these carts, man. This is something I've never even seen before my first race 2 years ago. And, it would be so cool to have one of these
Yeah,
to
that's
drive
a lot
around
of fun.
town.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I've been on the board of directors for 13 years now.
Why do you do it?
Because I have kids and I love doing anything in this town for the kids. There's not a whole lot for them to do.
Yes, I'm sure.
Check the brakes on
This is all kid-based, and you see the excitement on their
You and that
face.
shit, right? Or you and then the other one? We can lock it down.
All right.
Are you
going to be back on the 21st?
I'm going to try to come back on the 21st. That's 2 weeks away, and so...
Yeah, it's because I'm building my own exclusive
Okay,
one.
this is Mike Sandoval. He's building a car called Tin Town.
Right, from Tin Town.
Oh, from Tin Town. You're building a car called what? I can't see it in the shade. Hold it up in the sun. No, the name of the car. Or what's the name on the back of the car?
Number 9,
Okay.
it's going to be Tin Town.
Tin Town. Okay.
And I'm building it out of a go-kart. And,
Well, if you don't see us on the 9th, you'll for sure see us on the 4th.
well, mine will be the coolest because I'm vinyling it like a Ferrari.
Wow.
So
Let's
that's
get out of
why
the way
I
here so I
want
don't
you
get
to
stepped on.
do a story if you can on that.
Well, we'll do our best to accommodate you.
So the next step is to get this thing weighed with the driver in it.
Okay. And here's the scales that it's going to go weigh it on.
You're 15, okay.
So-
So at 15, we can run him to 350 pounds. Come on down. Here we go.
So I'll give you my so-called card.
All right.
My number.
All right. Well, let me get in position here to get this thing. Thank you, sir. All right. Bear with me, folks.
Yeah, watch out, let go steering wheel.
I want to get a picture of this car getting weighed.
Later.
So each one of these are scales, right?
Yeah, so what it does, we weigh each corner, but then we have a computer on the table that will tell us the total weight.
Okay.
So stop right, a little more, right there, you're good.
The behind the scenes look here you're getting right now, courtesy of the Herald Review Media.
Somebody push her up. Up the brake. Come on up. Right there, hold your foot on the brake, be real still. Where we at? 262, mark it.
262 is a go.
Mark it. 265.
He's all set to race, and now he's going to get himself in position to make the trek down the hill here shortly. We're going to get him sent off, and then we're going to come back and talk with Miss Bridget, who's also on the board of directors and the lady I've been dealing with the last 3 years in anticipation of the 4th of July coaster races that are coming back to Old Bisbee after being in Warren last year. Mike's getting the coaster into position. Oops.
Turn it down a little hard.
Okay, and he'll be set to go here in just a couple of minutes. And then we're going to go find Miss Brittany and talk with her. We've just been given the word that course is clear. He's all set to start. So we should be moving here pretty soon. If I could get further down the course in time, I would, to show you some of the dynamics of the course, but unfortunately that's a journey. And so I'll see what I can do here once I get off Facebook Live. We have another cart that's being offloaded right now behind us up there in that truck, and we're going to get shots of it on the table here in just a few minutes. And then driving up this morning, there was 3 really unique carts on the back of a trailer. And so driver, what's your name?
I'm Jalen Romero.
And how old are you, Dylan?
I'm 15.
It's Jalen. Jalen Romero.
Jalen Romero. Okay, I'm sorry. How do we spell Jalen?
Jalynn.
What's it like to drive one of these things?
It's not that bad. It's actually pretty fun. You just have to really focus on your steering to make sure that you don't spin out is really just one of the major things.
How many years you've been driving?
6.
6 years? Have you spun out before?
No.
Okay, so you haven't had any spin out, so hopefully we don't jinx you. But at the same time, you go to school at Bisbee High School, I'm sure?
Yes, I do.
What grade are you in?
I'm 9th grade going to be
A freshman.
10th.
Okay, if you're going to be a sophomore then.
Yes.
So are you excited for this year's coaster race?
Yes, I am.
How do you feel about your coaster?
I feel like I have at least place in this one. My sister has before. It's a pretty good coaster.
All right, we're going to shut up so he can get her going. And good luck, Jalen.
Good luck, Jalen.
And she is, yeah, no texting and driving. How funny. as Mike was saying, this trial course is about a mile long, and it actually has some turns in it, and it actually has some cone maneuvers that these drivers have to pit around. And Mike, we've had low spots before on the course too, where coasters have bottomed out. Am I correct?
Yes, there is. Coasters are built very, very low to the ground, so they do scrape a little bit here and there. We've never had one stuck, but
you have had them scrape. I remember first year I was here, we actually had a few that scraped out.
Copy.
Here's another one that's coming in. Here's this young driver. Like I said, all sizes, shapes, and colors.
That's what I'm gonna do.
This coaster's called the Bomb.
This coaster's called the what?
The Bomb.
The Bomb?
It's Bomb. It's a long-standing coaster. It's been around a long, long time. They've named it the Bomb.
And what's your name, driver?
Alexa,
And how old are you?
11.
How do you like driving this thing?
It's pretty fun.
Is it?
Yeah.
How many years you been driving?
This is my first year.
Your first year?
Yeah.
Well, good luck today.
Thank you.
And here's another coaster coming into position. What's your name?
AJ?
Barney?
AJ?
AJ what?
Campillo.
Campillo. And how long you been driving, AJ? 3 years. 2 years. Do you like it? What's the most fun about this driving these coasters?
Once you do it once, you're hooked.
When you go down, the wind hits
You
you.
won't ever stop doing it.
Yeah, I'm sure it does. Well, man, we're Facebook Live on the Herald Review, so you can go back and watch this interview once we get done here. And we'll be back here again for the time trial on the 21st. And then, of course, we'll see you for the big race on the 4th of July. So, exciting time of year here in Warren and Bisbee. Coaster races are coming back to Old Bisbee compared to being here last year. And Miss Bridget, if I could pull you away just for a minute, we will just talk with you real quick. And I've been dealing with this lady for the last 3 years, and I still can't. What's your last name? What do I say your last name is for the story?
Christian. My last name's Christian.
Bridget Christian.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And how many years you been involved with these coasters?
Gosh, it's been since my brothers did it back in 80 something, I think.
So what prompts you to get involved every year?
My dad.
Your dad?
My dad. It's been a family tradition. My dad did it years ago. Then my brothers, my daughter, have all done it, and my dad has since passed away.
I was going to say, if I'm not mistaken, my first year here, the race was dedicated to your dad.
To my dad, yes, sir. He since passed away, and this was this was his thing, so I had to keep the tradition alive, or at least try to anyway.
Well, that first year I was here, I think your family won several of the races. Am I mistaken? Am I correct?
Yes, I think one of my coasters
Keep talking. We're just gonna.
One of the coasters have won first place a couple times, and also best build and best paint.
So how long does it take to put one of these coasters together from scratch?
Oh goodness.
It can take a while?
It could take a long while. There's a lot of money into these coasters. But a lot of time we're very safety, so we have.
Yeah, we found that up with your table
spray,
here.
Yeah, so there's a lot of specs that have to be followed. So it does take a little while to put one of these together. A lot of these still around are from like 1970.
That's what Mike was just telling me.
So, and they just keep holding up. There's a little graveyard up the canyon. You can see some old coasters that are retired, of course, but yeah, it's been a long time tradition. It's over 100 years old.
After being in Old Bisbee and having to relocate last year because of the fires, and now being able to go back to Old Bisbee, what does it feel like to be able to go back to your home course this year?
For me, I'm a little stressed because, of course, some of these cars can go up, 55 miles an hour. These are my kids, so.
And you actually begin the day before putting up the barriers, the hay bales, the fencing, and everything else, correct?
A very long day on the 3rd.
Very long weekend.
Long weekend for us, yes. Put up, tear down. But yes, we're excited that we're back up in the canyon. That's where the tradition has been. COVID set us back a couple years, and then the fire, so everybody's ready to be back to normal.
The starting line is at the overpass or the tunnel?
The overpass, yeah, right in the at the bottom.
Right at the bottom, underpass, there we go.
Yeah. Starts at the underpass. The finish line is going to be at the post office, right in front of the post office.
And there's a turnoff where they can actually go up.
Off and they go park in the side of the copy company parking lot, and that's where we'll have our award ceremony.
Well, I like that because it has an uphill climb.
How slows down.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Slows them down.
Yeah, I've seen him come down that hill at a pretty good clip, and then
Yes.
all of a sudden they lose their acceleration going uphill, which they'll do that.
So they gain a lot of speed, some of these.
So, is it still too late to sign up, or is it filled set?
Nope. This is our first trial run today. We have another trial run on the 21st, 6 o'clock in the morning. So anybody that has a coaster or wants to drive, we might have a available coaster. Just get a hold of me. But no,
And also go to your Facebook page, which is
Bisbee Coaster Races,
okay.
and we have our logo right there in the front. And just go there, message us, and we'll get right back to you.
Yeah, Bridget got back to me within 24 hours after I initially messaged her because I knew it was coming up, and I didn't realize the trials were going to be today.
Yes.
So it was luckily we reached out when you did because you and I were able to connect on my way to Best of Preps. But at the same time, this is so amazing to see. I'm actually seeing more coasters today than I've seen last year when I was here this
This is
time.
our first.
Yeah.
This is our first trial run.
Well, that's right. Last year I was here for the second or third trial run, I think it was.
So the second trial run, if they qualify today, they don't have to come back for
Okay.
the second trial run. We do have a mandatory trial run in Tombstone Canyon.
On the first.
On the 28th.
Oh, 28th.
Yeah, that was a typo.
Okay.
But yes, on the 28th, Saturday morning, is a mandatory trial run. So those, one side of the canyon will be
Full traffic.
open.
Full traffic. And did they come up?
Somebody passed.
Supposedly we had a vehicle went around the barricades, I guess. This road is supposed to be blocked off.
Yeah, there's rangers at the bottom, so.
There wasn't, like there was a vehicle at the bottom.
Yeah, that was the rain.
Okay. Yeah, because I passed a ranger here to get into the top of. Luckily, Bridget told me ahead of time to come to the top of the hill, not go to the bottom.
Yeah.
So we're at the top of Arizona Street and Cole Avenue, and waiting to find out what's going on. But anyway, getting back to the coaster races. So a very exciting time for the 4th of July this year, knowing the coaster races are going back to Texas Canyon.
Yes.
Or to Tombstone Canyon, my bad.
Tombstone Canyon. Yeah,
So-
we're all excited. The kids are excited.
And still time to register your coaster and take part in this magnificent event, which we understand has been going on for over 100 years.
Over 100 years.
Wow, hard to
Lost
believe.
count, but it's been over 100.
So longer than we've both been alive combined. And all right, well, Bridget, thank you for your time. We appreciate you talking with us. I'll let you get back to your duties.
No problem. Thank you.
And we'll see you back here in a couple of weeks. And then, of course, for sure, you'll see us on the 4th of July.
All right. Looking forward to
All right,
it.
thank you, ma'am. Okay. Probably been given the okay to go.
Yeah, somebody was running. They ran up the hill. They wanted to know if everything is clear, so everything's clear.
Okay, here's another one of the coasters getting ready to go down. And I got to show you this one over here. Again, there's all kinds of unique coasters. This was here my first year.
I know, we never do. We never.
Did a car actually come up?
No, it was a runner.
One of these guys is going to run it.
This is another one of the unique coasters.
So they got.
And then
No, she got it.
he's getting himself in position.
So, and Robert's like, I'll go help her. Crazy.
Yeah, put your helmet shot.
Ready?
So the winner will be under 3 minutes.
So you say the winner will be under 2 minutes?
3 minutes.
3 minutes.
So if you're in the low 250s,
that's a high speed. So anything under 3 minutes is really flying. But anywhere between 250, I've seen them in the 240s. But there are some years, 310 might get you third place or third place. 315. But 3 minutes is your goal. That's flying. But then some are 4 minutes. Some take 4 minutes to get them in the bottom.
That's okay. It's just the experience.
But like you said, it's just the experience. What I would give as an adult to be able to drive one of these things.
The reality is it's a race. And,
Yeah.
And if you want to compete, you're going to have to be in that
Now,
range.
it's a time trial race, though, right? You don't race against.
No, it's one at a time.
Yeah.
So basically, we start the clock at the top under the West Boulevard underpass. Get to the bottom, stop the clock, and then we'll start the clock again for the next one. And it's one driver, one coaster. We're only going to run one heat.
Yeah.
So it's better for everybody, I think.
That way, they're not actually racing each other and having a chance.
We're not having to make a lot of adjustments for the second driver. Weights, steering cables, brake linkages. You can get adjusted for the one driver, and then it makes it to the bottom, and then we're done. Before I read them twice, and it was becoming almost. It was very tricky to run them twice. You got to pick them at the bottom, bring them back up. You got to make all those changes, get them reweighed, get them re-inspected, and then start the whole race over again with another 10 or 12 kids. So this is a much better format.
Well, and on that note, we're going to end this live feed. We invite you to stay tuned to the Herald Review Media. We're going to have a story about this event coming up in the coming days. More on our Facebook page. And again, we'll see you guys on the 4th of July for the coaster races that are coming back to Tombstone Canyon in downtown Bisbee, Arizona. This is Bruce Swetten with the Herald Review Media signing off.
Thank you, Bruce.
Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you. Been fun to be in here.